I'm Serlena Martin with Mocs News. The Student Government Association here at UTC supports by unanimous vote the decision to release data from UTC student course evaluations. College students often go to Rate My Professor online before registering for a class with a certain professor. Based on a survey by SGA conducted last semester, students would like to be able to use UTC student course evaluations as an aid in choosing classes.
Last semester we got some comments from several students through our University and Academic Affairs Committee Chair, Lisa Eisen, and they basically asked questions regarding the student course evaluations and asking, well, there's an opportunity for us to ever hear those results or see those results. And from that conversation we talked to other faculty and administrators and really found a way to kind of think about how we could go about having those things released to students. And so it really was just a question and answer and trial and error process from students and faculty and administration, and we came up with a pretty good way of getting those things released.
SGA hopes Faculty Senate will support their initiative after several talks with the Faculty Senate President, a representative from the Student Rating of Faculty Committee, and the Office of Planning, Evaluation, and Institutional Research.
And basically we're talking about the process by which we will release those things, where the evaluations will be online, also the process in regarding the threshold for participation, so maybe more than students participating now.
SGA believes this can not just benefit students, but also the university by increasing student participation in evaluations.
Maybe once we get to a higher number, we're considering releasing the results, or at least the committees as a whole. So we're really just in those kind of dark room deals, trying to find out a way to make this happen in an efficient way and in an effective way.
According to SGA, encouraging results have been seen from the release of student evaluation information in peer institutions, Tennessee universities, and universities across the country.
I think this is something that SGA is really pushing for because it's one of those substantial policy initiatives. People ask the question, what does SGA do? What does SGA do for students? And I think this is one of the ways we answer those questions by saying, here's an issue that was brought to us by students. We polled the students. We talked to faculty and administrators. We talked to relevant leaders on campus to make something happen for students. And so I think by doing this, we're answering that question.
SGA takes place Tuesdays at 3:05 p.m. in the Raccoon Mountain Room of the UC. Anyone is welcome to attend these meetings.
They're models, they're Mocs, and they made their debut in New York Fashion Week earlier this month. I'm Alexandria Adams with Mocs News. Amanda Adams and Gloria DeWeese were given an opportunity most may never experience when they were asked to appear in a high couture fashion show during New York Fashion Week.
This was the Plitz New York Fashion Week. It was over a 2-day event. They had 3 different showcases for each day, and each showcase actually had 6 to 7 designers in each. So we actually had a total of over 39 designers, and I got to work with 7 of those designers. One of those was actually out of Beijing Student Institution of Designers. It was an amazing experience.
I was in about 9 shows over the weekend. My favorite designers include Vladimir Eskelin, and he was a New York-based designer, and also a designer named Elliot, and she was a designer from Guadeloupe. It was really beautiful designs. I really enjoyed it.
Adams and DeWeese are both affiliated with a local agency based here in Chattanooga.
And I did one fashion show locally in Chattanooga with the Chattanooga-based designers, and but as far as New York, this is the biggest thing I've ever done.
Through a local agency here, they found the application online, and I submitted my information. They asked me to come up to New York and audition, and I fit the body type and the build and the attitude, and they asked me to walk in the show.
Both women were ecstatic to be a part of such a large production during one of the most important times in the fashion industry. It may have been their first time strutting down the runway in New York, but both women are hoping it won't be their last.
Just an amazing networking experience. I definitely have to thank the communication department for teaching me how to really network and communicate and follow up with those people you meet. It was invaluable, absolutely.
The good potential, and it's something I really enjoy doing, so I would definitely like to pursue it.
Hello everybody, and welcome once again to the Mocs Sports Minute. I'm Brian Bass. Let's go! Let's start this week from men's tennis. They hit the road for Chapel Hill to take on the powerhouse Tar Heels. The Tar Heels were ranked 22nd in the country coming into the weekend, and the guys gave them all they wanted. 3 doubles matches went down to the wire, and 2 singles matches were pushed to 3 sets. One was by senior Manuel Barotavania, the other was by senior Jackson Tresnan. Women's tennis came into the weekend unbeaten, and they showed no signs of slowing down. They crushed both UAB and Jacksonville State going away to push their record to 8-0. It was also in action over the weekend. They took care of rival VMI with ease 36-3 and a strong showing from top to bottom by the Mocs. They moved to 6-0 in the conference coming down the home stretch of their season. Softball was at home for the first time this season. They hosted the Frost Classic, won 3 of 5 games in the tournament, not bad, including an extra inning thriller over Lipscomb. Track and field news real quick. A big congratulations to Marquise Carter. This guy just killed it in the conference indoors over the weekend. He won the 800-meter race and grabbed all conference honors. That's not bad for a freshman, Marquise. You keep that up. On to the hardwood. Basketball pulled off the huge upset Saturday night over SoCon North leader Elon. 72-68 was that final. Hopefully this will give the guys some momentum coming into the tournament, which begins in just 2 weeks. It's been a tough year for the Mocs, but if they can get hot now, a spot in the NCAAs is still possible because, hey, we all know crazy things happen this time of year. Women's basketball, they just kept on rolling. They flat out embarrassed Western Carolina Saturday night here in the Roundhouse. Only gave up 11 points in the first half and won by almost 50. Now the girls are in the driver's seat. They're going to have the 1 seed in Asheville when their SoCon tournament begins March 8th. That's going to do it from the Mocs Sports world. I'm Brian Bass. Remember to log on to GoMocs.com for live scores and highlights. Have a great week, everybody.